What is going on, everybody? Back on it, Mob Psycho, season 3. No, we're a little late, not too late though. This is going to be straight to YouTube. This is just going to stay on YouTube, so these 12 episodes will just go straight through. I might get to a point where we could do maybe like 2 a week, but trying to keep the schedule together. We've also added in Berserk anime, which is going to be on Patreon. We did the first episode for YouTube. The rest of it's going to be on Patreon. Yes, it's going to be dubbed. You guys yelled at me enough, it'll be dubbed. And we're going to react to it on YouTube because I've been told Berserk anime, the 97 one, at least is kind of like how Monster was, where there's no like kind of like copyright things with it, so you can just freely show it, audio, visual, the whole thing. So that's what we'll be doing with going forward with that. It'll probably come back to YouTube once I get maybe 10 or so episodes ahead, but I think there's only 25 episodes, so there's that. Jumping into this though, I enjoy Mob Psycho a lot. I feel like it doesn't take itself too seriously. I enjoy the character. The colors and art and animation when he goes in at 100 whatever it might be, pain, sadness, embarrassment, whatever they choose to go with, is some of the best stuff I've seen. I know I haven't seen every anime this side of the Mississippi, but I've seen, I guess you could say, the mainstreams ones for the most part. The colors that they go with the art and animation is insane. I am curious what the story is going to be, because it's kind of like I would compare Mob to kind of like One Punch Man, to where like he doesn't have to become strong. He's already the strongest, you know. So there's nothing that really threatens him if he decides to be like, okay, I'm gonna seriously do this type thing. So I feel like the story follows more about like Mob and his life, growing up as a teenager and trying to make friends and be popular and find a purpose and get girls to like him, and you know, that's kind of what the story of Mob Psycho is to me. And then you sprinkle in the fighting stuff in the background. It's not like Claw was a group like the Akatsuki that was doing this and doing that, and they're like the overarching big bad. We handled Claw already, that's done. So I'm curious what's going to be the threat going forward. It's going to be more human sorcerers or psychics, or you know, whatever you want to call them. It's going to be more of like a demonic thing where it's not human focused, but it's more of like a jujutsu thing, where the demons that kind of manifest, like Chainsaw Man type thing. Is that going to be the threat? I'm just curious, kind of like, because like I said, the Mob is crazy when they do the fights and stuff, so I'm curious what is going to be the threat of the season. It's only 12 episodes. I don't know if there's like, is it done after this? Is the like, I don't know anything about Mob as far as like manga. Is it still ongoing? Is there going to be another season after this? I have absolutely no idea. But we'll get through these 12 episodes. Again, we'll probably do 2 times a week at some point, Wednesdays and Saturdays. But for right now, we'll just get into it. We're going to watch the opening once. Probably have to mute this. But Mob Psycho opening 1 is one of my favorite openings of all anime. So let's see what they got. See what they got. See what they got. Because like, we've defeated Claw, we've friended half the Claw members, if not all of them. So I am so curious of what now? I forgot there's that big broccoli world tree they got going on over there. Like, is he still even working for Reagan? I almost said Tengen. Because one of the Claw boys, the Umbrella one, came to work for him, and I think he's doing his own thing. So yeah, that's probably the biggest question of like, what is going to be the overarching threat of the season? These opening visuals are insane. Yeah, I don't know if I've seen enough anime to have like a top 10 ranking, because once I get past like 5 or 6, I haven't seen enough to where like if I've only seen 15 and I don't enjoy all 15, it's kind of hard to give a top 10 when like the back 5 or 6 don't really matter ranking wise. But Mob is up there. One of my favorite ones for sure. The visuals on this are insane, but nothing, do we all agree? Like, that was a great opening. Damn. Nothing beats the opening soundtrack. OST to season 1, right? We all agree with that, right? Insane.
私は UFO 学科のある大学に行く予定よ。
Okay, I might be getting a little too crazy with this filter here. Let's take it down a little bit. Try that and see how it goes. You guys can see the subtitles at least. We're talking about... Because they're in middle school, so they're talking about getting into high schools. Can't you just like walk in and go? I don't know what it is like in Japan. You gotta like have standards to get in? Scores and shit? It... like how all the other girls are always pictured as something different. Why is he about to explode? I mean, hopefully nothing to do with girls, but why is he triggered? Hmm. Yeah, this is... You already have a sorcerer. Psychic. You don't need me anymore. Because they like clowned him for being fake, and then he was like, okay, I'm not fake, and then he had all that stuff in front of the camera, so like, what's his reputation now? And it was never stated or said at the end of season 2 when they kind of had the two of them had a falling out, and you know he got trashed by the TV show. Remember when they had that conversation and he was essentially about to say, Mob, I don't have any powers, and before Reagan could say it, Mob was like, I know. But then he went to say, you know, like, you're my friend or like the best person or whatever. Was it essentially implied there that like Mob knows that he doesn't have any powers, but he never straight up said it, so I'm gonna assume Mob knows that. But he doesn't look at him for a master that has powers, you know? The animation the line work is so good right now, though. Looks great. He's still working for him? Still working for like 50 cents a day or what? Holy shit. Mob? Uh-oh. Huh? So, can y'all do your thing with it, or? Okay, is Mob lying, or? I was about to say, he can see these things too. Give us a second opinion here, buddy. Yeah. Serizawa hasn't he hasn't gotten he hasn't gotten that dog in him yet. Still, I see. We can't keep letting him get away with this. We can't keep letting Reagan get away with this. Now, because I can understand, you know, he's taking advantage of Mob. You know, the man's a preteen. This is a grown-ass man. I know he's had his struggles and shit, but... He doesn't see any of this, by the way, does he? Where's Dimple at? Where's Simple Dimple at? He's like, Mob, did he do it? Because I can't see shit. Tell me. Eh? It's not that expensive. Glue it together. Tuna and mayonnaise? Okay, we're really animating that, huh? Where he unlocks what? This is a bit ridiculous. This is a bit ridiculous. He's taking advantage of Serizawa too. Well, that works. And the brother, he's fully like, he's fully a little sorcerer himself too, right? Seeing his parents again, do you remember? I actually wish they would have done it, but Mobs is not a story like that. They roasted his parents. Oh man, that was one of the most shocking moments that I've seen in a lot of animes, to be honest. There's Dimple. It's this much pressure in Japanese middle school to put this stuff down? People go through high school, college, people graduate college and don't know what they want to do. And they graduate in something and still don't end up doing that thing. Shit, people get a degree, do said thing, and then don't even want to do said thing after a couple years and then do something completely different. Eh? Just gonna work on the farm? Okay, so he's got his... Oh. This dude is over here, 2 out of 350. Talk to him. Mob, what is it you like to do? Nothing wrong with that. And see, that's what makes it worse when your peers or friends say they know what they want to do. This is for all you guys out there that are about to finish high school, right? When you go to college, okay, and 80 and 90% of your friends declare their major as incoming freshmen, don't let that shit freak you out, okay? Because half of them will end up changing that shit 2-3 times before they even get to their senior year. And half of them have no idea what they actually want to do. They'll graduate with that thing that they decided at 17, 18 years old and then don't even end up doing that. If you got to take 1, 2, 3 years in college to declare, do that. It's just this giant piece of broccoli just hanging out. Oh wow, they got a whole park and like shit set up around it. Are they treating it as like a world fair? They've got food stands, porta potties. Okay. This is the girl he needs to get with, to be honest. She's already low-key obsessed with him and probably doesn't even know that she likes him. The other girl is just not going to work out. No shit, she's going to be a photographer or some kind of journalist or something. Yeah, exactly. Possibly. Possible. Here's what... So I'm guessing this might be the theme of the season, is figuring out what he wants to do. That's a big question to ask a 10, 11, 12-year-old. What do you want to do with your life? Here's the big question. And like the big divine broccoli, does it do anything? Like, does it grant like the world more oxygen? Is it giving out other crops? Is it doing anything? Like, or is it? It's just it's not giving out. Uh-oh. Like it's doing nothing but standing there, right? I think you might want to start with just cleaning your apartment there, buddy. Yeah, Reagan, get the fuck up out of there. You're a hoarder, bro. You're a hoarder. Oh, God. And he smoked. I bet it smells horrendous in there. God. Just the cigarette smoke alone would have had me wanting to walk out, but then every... Oh. I mean, he goes through packs a day. Did he have some, like, online catfish girlfriend? Yeah, when you're broke. Yeah. No, they're in person. You call a classic whore. Have you thought about opening a window and getting, like, an oscillating fan in there to just... get some of that must up out of there? Okay, that's triggering. He is a hoarder. That made me like creep a little bit, like there's a roach in my room. Never had any here to begin with. You just gotta get out of there before he passes out. Well, we got a grown adult and we got a preteen. Can either of you do anything? Well, do either of y'all see anything? Is there actually anything on his shoulders or in there or what? What do y'all got? He is sipping on some serious copium. Yeah, you two could be friends. Yeah, and then look at you now. You're out there, you got friends, you got a job. Oh wow, three of them are just depressed. They're bouncing off depression off of each other. Oh no. The mob's gonna see himself in him, isn't he? Well, mob's gonna feel like shit. Does somebody want to handle that? Guys? Hello? We got just the depression spirit up there or what? Reagan, you're next. Oh, he sees it. Because he had his nodes opened, right? Shite. Mob, what's happening in there, guys? Oh, shit. Okay, he's good to go. They go crazy with his animation, don't they? How is everything he does a special attack? Really, he's just winging it. But for some reason, it's always like his His classic move. Guys, you know what's going on out there? Jesus. Okay, clean it, exercise it, knock him out. Two of them should easily be able to fucking handle that shit. And while he's passed out from just the shock, clean it and give him a shower at the same time. That classic mob music. Boom. Maybe he'll come back too, he'll have a full head of hair, his body will be in shape, apartment will be clean. Oh, what about the roof, guys? What about the apartment? Don't you dare look at those girls. So awkward that they had those two girls pass there, for what reason? Hey, okay, that was easy, you know. Got his little weekly manga there and shit. Is that it? Clean? Eh? What's wrong with him? Oh, he thinks that's gonna be him soon. Yeah. Mob thinks it's gonna be him too, to be honest. Hope Reagan's paying him a decent wage. True. Oh. It's a lot for someone his age to handle. Going through the typical preteen high school age stuff. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Serzo's finding his way. Bro, good. Okay, I mean, he's creeping up. Give it 2 more episodes, we're gonna be at 100. Pick those grades up. Can he psychic some shit? To have the answers? Stop it. He just told that man if you don't find it in your teens, it's gonna be hard to find it later. Eh? That's what to say. He gets pushed so easily into directions, into joining clubs, into doing this, into doing that. Yeah, Mob's gotta get the hell up out of there. Use it, come here, hang out, have a friend. But he's not gonna grow or have a life just hanging around Reagan. Yeah, correct. Good for you. That's good. He's at least improved in that aspect of being able to speak. Truthfully. Got those octopus balls on him? What was the true reasoning besides trying to make money? I don't know how he's surviving financially. mob showed up and started making you money. Okay.
最初は単なる思いつきだったけど、今はやりたいことになったって言っても嘘じゃねえな。とにかくやりたいことなんて別に仕事じゃなくたっていいし。
Correct.
お前はお前の好きなように生きればいいんだ。エーゲン師匠。はい。
Oh man.
ありがとうございました。
Hi. Is that it?
え、まだ営業終わってないのに戻ってくるの？
I think that's it, man. I think you got what you could. Wait, is this? Okay, hold on. Hold on. Is this what the theme's gonna be this season? Dealing with this broccoli shit? Temple, what are we doing? You're not gonna possess that, are you? I think he is. I think he just might. The shot of the whole thing was when they had Reagan surrounded by all those roaches. That was like a little too well animated, you know? Yeah, it's like right in here. Let's see if we can find it. See if we can find it. It's definitely the shot of the episode. So I'm assuming that's going to be the theme of the season. Is Mob essentially trying to plan out his life at the age of 11, 12, 13. Which is a wild thought to see, but I feel like given the age range that probably watches this was the shot for sure. Given the age range that probably, and of course, I mean, you could watch and enjoy anything regardless of age. It probably hits home for a lot of people going into high school, going into college. Like I said, you're gonna have friends like that they know what they want to do in college and as a job when they're freshmen in high school. They're already taking classes for that, preparing for that. Major has been declared before they even got to college. And they do that, and those will be the same people that handle that whole path, and by being in that career 2-3 years post-college, they're doing something completely different. Do you know how many of my friends went to school for nursing, to be a teacher, business, travel, whatever, accountant, yada yada yada? That stuff lasted 1 or 2 years, and then they end up becoming flight attendants, or they open up this, or they do that, and it's all over the place. I think that's a lot. I think it's good to have an idea of what your interests are, what you might be interested in, but just to pigeonhole yourself kind of on one track and not be able to have options is a lot. Because what if that doesn't work? What if you wake up one day and you're like, I don't like this, but you tailored everything in your life to be that? You just suffer and do it. A lot of people do. You guys probably have friends, parents, relatives, probably hate what they do. A lot of you probably hate going to school. And you go every day, but at least that eventually ends. You know, whether it ends at the end of high school for you, at the end of college, that should eventually end at some point. Even if you become a doctorate or whatever, that's eventually going to end. You just go to the same job and that shit might never end. Because bills are a real thing. You can quit your job, but the bills are not going to stop coming. So it's an interesting theme. That's kind of what they're going to be going with. So there'll be some crazy action scenes that we come across and all this and all that, but see how it goes. Appreciate it, everybody. Like, share, favorite, subscribe, and as always,